Hello, everybody. Welcome to another day of Hello 2025. And as we're getting ready to let go of everything that doesn't work for us in 2024, so we can go into 2025 with a different perspective of ourselves. I'm just super excited to have here Martina. I know Martina from before we were in a leadership program a while ago, like a couple of years ago, right, Martina?
2019, 20.
Yes,
Yeah.
it has been a while, and it has been super powerful because through my eyes, I've been able to see her own transformation and how she's supporting her clients and people out there. And it has been so beautiful and inspiring to see. So I'm super excited to have you here, Martina.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm excited to have this conversation.
Beautiful. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit of Martina, and then we'll go from there. Martina is a daughter, a friend, and a loving partner to an incredible man. Martina is passionate about embodying transformation on the trails. She walks pilgrimage. Oh my gosh.
Pilgrimage.
There you go. To Santiago de Compostela and in her home country, the Czech Republic, which she takes on as an opportunity to deeply connect with herself, her edges, and deepen her embodiment as she comes back home to her more authentic, whole, and liberated self. She teaches English as well as guiding women who are ready to come back to their wholeness as they meet their shades and edges with love, oh my God, acceptance and compassion. And again, ignite their spark and foundationally and passion for life. The key ingredient in supporting women to build well being as number one life and business foundational strategy and courageously expand their identity through Be Her Now methodology. Martina uses her powerful intuitive guidance, emotional intelligence, and embodiment tools, as well as her 4 years of experience coaching transformational leadership to guide her clients back home to themselves. I love that. You can find her, oh, we'll let them know, but you can find her in Facebook under her name as the
The
Walking Life
Walking
Coach.
Life Coach. So
There
under my
you go.
name is
Yeah.
Martina Mazdrova, or just hashtag the Walking Life Coach, where I like just put with my posts. So
Beautiful.
yes,
Beautiful.
thank you.
Oh, no,
English is a beautiful language.
but it is a beautiful way to describe yourself. I've seen it through my lenses, in social media, because I don't know you personally, but I've seen your own transformation, and I'm super excited about our conversation today.
Yeah, me too. Let's get in.
Awesome. So, as I told you before, I'm asking everybody the same for questions, and then if you want to expand into something different, you're more than welcome. Are you ready?
I am.
Awesome. So the first question is, what is it that you do? How do you support people?
Yeah, so for me, this is actually one of the most challenging questions, to be honest, because there's the buy. What is it that you do? And I'm like, how do I put it into one sentence? So I'm will do my best. Really, the core of it is really shifting into acceptance
Mm,
and self-compassion over just critiquing yourself and judging yourself when things don't go well, basically, because
mm,
that's been a big story of mine. But then the bigger result of it is really, of the big focus is through the Be Her Now methodology, is really building well-being as
mhm,
the number one, literally foundational life and business strategy, if we have any entrepreneurs here. Because what I have learned, and why is this a thing even, like, if we are not well,
mhm,
nothing else matters really, because we can't do anything. And that's what I have experienced as I've kind of shifted, went into a burnout experience as I was
mhm,
building my dream, and I overdid it, and I was doing it in a way that wasn't supporting me. And the more I felt I needed to do, then the less care of myself I took, in a nutshell. And I could see how my well-being and overall well-being, I mean, like my physical well-being, my energetics, my like emotional state I was in, my thought patterns I was in, how it impacts my life, like everything that I do, but most importantly, how it impacts everyone around me. My family, my clients. At that time, I hit my pause button. I stopped coaching and I was just focusing on my English teaching as a very bare minimum. And I was really recovering. That's 2 years ago, year and a half ago now. And this is what I really learned. That's why I'm doing it, because I'm like, it doesn't matter. I could have like incredible testimonials from clients and I could have this, and that. But if I am not well, then nothing else matters. And I could really see the bigger picture, how much it impacts everybody around me. And that was kind of my wake-up call. And it's a journey. I'm not perfect to say, it's a journey. And I know the more it's challenging, the more I need to lean into it, because the doer in me wants to do, but that often is not the solution.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you. So, question number 2. What made you interested in what you currently do? And tell me how you got there.
Yeah. So as I said earlier, it's this, that I really lived, like I am a visionary, like I'm a big dreamer. Like I have so many like visions that I want to create and dreams. And it's quite an interesting journey to get there. And as I said earlier, one of the big dreams was building my online coaching business. And the way I was doing it wasn't the most effective way. I didn't know what I didn't know though, right? So it's all learning experience. But I could see how when we are of alignment with what is truly mine, like even what strategy is mine, like for me, because all the strategies work, but what is it, the one that works for me, that is truly like so authentic to my natural expression, then like we're gonna be everywhere. But the amazing thing, and that's what I have learned, is life always supports us. Like, and that has been one of my mantras, that life always supports us. Sometimes it's just giving you an opportunities to keep building your vision, but also like to redirect you. Just like with me. So it redirected me, this is not your place, this is not the way, this is not the way. And I wasn't listening until I burned out. And then I got to really embody the work that I'm doing. And I've been doing lots of walking and lots of like work around how do I meet myself with acceptance and compassion and forgiveness, and really see everything as like literally a journey home, like to deeper self-expression, and then create my life from there.
How does that have affected your life? How is your life different now? Because
there is definitely just more love. Starting with me. Like even today, this morning, like I had a big intentions to be super productive and get so much done, and it didn't happen as well as I have planned at the beginning. And I've been just thinking about it before we connected, how back in the time, like past version of me would have totally like judged me, and I would have been so harsh, and I would validate a story I would have about myself, that I am not this or I am that. And I would, through the specific experience that I didn't, let's say, follow through, for example, I would just validate a story that has been pretty much running and in a way ruining my life at that time. And even this morning, I'm like, okay, well, it didn't go the way you wanted to go. And how can I meet myself with compassion and with acceptance, and just be in curiosity, like, okay, where did it happen? when did it happen that you went off the track? And that's really, it gives me love and gives me like freedom, that I'm like, I am a student of life. Like, I don't know, I'm figuring it out. And that's,
I'm a student of life. I may take that.
yeah, you know, like I'm figuring it out every day. And one day, I mean, there was a recipe of, if I do ABC, it works. And then I have this result, but then the following day I can do the same thing, but I don't get the same result. And why is that? Because just every day is different. And especially for us women, right? Where are we at with our cycle and food and hormones, and have I moved my body? There is so many things that influence us. The moon, you know what I mean? So it's really coming to the occasions with curiosity. I'm like, okay, what worked and what didn't work? Where did I go sideways? And just be curious, but not judgmental. And it just gives me, it's just lighter. I would say lighter is the word, with the love. That's the experience in my life.
Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Now, moving to question number 3. What has been your biggest, most profound shift or transformation? And yeah, and how it has affected your life?
This is a very like big question, considering like it's not one thing, you know, like it's what I have just said earlier, like being with curiosity, like meeting myself with curiosity over judgment. But I think the biggest shift overall has been, and this is what I have really learned on my last Camino, when I walked in summer 22. I walked for 55 days, 1,000 kilometers on my own. And there was a moment where I really could meet myself fully. Like, you don't get to hide and you don't get to run away. You just get to be with yourself and just walk through everything. And there is it's life. I see walking literally a parallel to life. And the way I walk is the way I do life. Just like in transformation, right? We say, as we do how I do one thing, that's how I do everything or most things. And this is, I see it with the way, the moment I go walking, life shows itself to me, and the way how I am in life. And this is what I have learned there, that life is always supporting me. Truly, like, and this gives me such a big like release, especially when, because transformation, I mean, it is not an easy walk, let's be honest, right? The result out of it is beautiful, but to get there, it's lots of valleys and it's lots of mountains, right? And it is not the easiest walk some days. But truly, what I have come to realize on my walks, and now I take it and remember it, or try to remember it in my daily life, when I am experiencing a hard time, when I'm going through some challenges, problems, if you will, I have this way, just putting, like, for me, it's like somatics, like hand to my heart, just really connect to myself, get through my head. I'm just like, even this is happening for me. Life is supporting me. And this has been like one of the key things that helped me to get through some of the hardest times on my way of transformation, especially like going through burnout and letting go of this dream and working through all of the things, like, oh, I failed and I didn't make it. And what now? Like, you know, when the feeling force, like you're getting married in a partnership, and suddenly you're finding yourself getting divorced, right? You have never planned for that. So that was my original idea, right? Well, I'm building this business, I'm building this dream. And I thought I will never, ever buy a CV again because I will just make it happen. And suddenly here I was, I just like, okay, like I love my dream too much that if I keep doing it the way I was doing it, like I will destroy and myself. So I just need to just let go for a second. And I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if I was going to start coaching again. I didn't know. I just knew I can't do that anymore because this is important and I am important and it's not working. So I got to figure out a different way. And in this, I feel like healing way or recovering way, if you will, some of the moments, like some of the hardest moments were truly me. Just I see this moment, like I'm just in my room on the floor, just crying, feeling like horrible. And there was this moment, I was just like, yes, okay, I received this.
Mm,
Like I receive this because I trust that this is happening for me and I'm not a failure. I'm not a victim. I'm not any of that. Like this is happening. Even this has a purpose. And I think that has been the biggest way. Like even the pain has purpose. There is pain. And when I stopped resisting
mm,
to where I was, and when I stopped resisting the pain I was feeling or the discomfort, and I could let it be what is the medicine in it,
mm-hmm.
then like things started to move. So, and with that, I'm like, okay, I can see life is supporting me because this is a way how to redirect me again, bring me deeper to myself and release what's in the way. So I can create the vision in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing
Thanks.
all that, Martina. It was so powerful.
Thank you.
So moving to number four, and a little bit of that because we talked about it a little bit before, right? Like going into what is your golden nugget? Because you have given us a lot, but what is your golden nugget that helps you to move on or shift and transform during the day? How you do it and what does it require?
The golden nugget that helps me shift during the day. Like what I have shared, I think it's for the bigger things. Like I mean you can use it any moment really, like how is this happening for me, right? To shift when things don't go the way you want it to go and just be in, oh, this is happening again, it's always this way and things never go my way and whatever the conversation it
Yeah.
is, right? So it's like, okay, even this is happening for me. That gives you right away your power and just you will see things differently, like your brain will have a different access to things and to different solutions. But I think with that, there is the saying from Einstein, right? That I cannot access solutions from the same perspective as the problem or from the same frequency as the problem. And it has been like sometimes when I'm stuck in things and I'm stuck in the problem, I am like
Mm-hmm.
literally in the problem and I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to figure out different ways, like it's not happening. And I'm just getting overwhelmed and all, all the things that I don't want to be and feel, just not productive. And I remember that, okay, if I want a different result, if I want something different, I need to access it from a different place.
Mm-hmm.
And I love this visual, this tool, if visualization, if you will, because I love butterflies. So sometimes I just like to imagine myself as a butterfly that I'm looking at the situation, like from this, bird perspective. And I'm like, okay, if I'm a butterfly, if I would be a butterfly, what would I see right now?
Mm-hmm.
Is it really that big deal? Is it? So it helps me to get out of myself and out of this emotional drama that I maybe feel in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And that in that moment, I just experience different perspectives, and then I can move. Yeah. And then it's really just choosing. It's a moment to moment, like choosing compassion
Mm-hmm.
over, and I think that's sometimes the hardest thing to choose, like acceptance and compassion. I'm like, okay, hey, you don't know right now, and what if that's okay? And like removing myself from the situation, removing myself from the trigger. Maybe it can be to have a shower or to have a dance or to go for a quick walk, just
Mm-hmm.
to remove myself from it. So then I can shift much faster than trying to solve it while I'm in this whole emotional, mental drama, if you will. Yeah.
Awesome. So what I hear, this is and I love that you said that moment to moment because sometimes oh, but I choose it this morning. Yes. It's gonna show up again, right? Like
Yeah.
sometimes I get to choose it through the whole day,
Yeah.
especially one
Totally.
of those days.
Yeah. Totally. That's the day for me today. Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, thank you. Thank you, Martina, for sharing with us all of this. Now, can you share with the viewers where they can find you?
Yes. So I am active on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
You can like find me on Instagram as well, but I'm not active there. So
Okay.
it might be a little confusing. So I am on Facebook under my name, Martina Mazdrova, and or the hashtag the walking life coach. And you
Mm-hmm.
can see some of my work or posts and see how you feel.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Martina, it has been awesome to have you in our show and so grateful that you came and you shared with us all those intimate details about yourself, just opening up your world to us. Really grateful.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. And for everybody out there, just remember we're going to have another amazing person tomorrow sharing their own transformation and their golden nuggets so we can let
Mm,
go of what doesn't work for us in 2024 and stepping into 2025 in a totally different way. Um, and we can make it amazing for us. Bye,
amazing.
Martina. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.